I think we've seen it all. It's time to ensure that things are done properly.
As we build up to what I think I wish we could postpone, as we build up to what I think it's not the solution to Nigerian football, which is the election, the first thing in my opinion is, you see that thing they call their statutes, shatter that thing, destroy it, tear the thing into, you know when they say fragment or pills,
Yes.
scatter it and let's start afresh. Because if you have, I think it's 3 or 4 factions that vote for the election, then one faction have about 70%. Those are the chairmen.
Yes.
Matthew, if the chairman bring out joy that, oh, this is who we want, she's winning without any doubt. Why? Because I don't think it makes any sense when they have majority. First of all, break that status that give them so much power. That way you can have ex-international will have a chance. Even former referees are, I'm not saying it's a must. Being an ex-international doesn't guarantee anything.
Absolutely.
But at least you stand a chance. Matthew, it is easier for an ex-international to become the president of Nigeria than NFL president. It is that bad. So that alone, what brings the president alone is faulty. So that way, it means any loggerhead that the people want, people now talking about the chairman, can always be the chairman. Then we've said it a million times. There has to be someone who knows football, cares about football, at the same time cares about athletes. I know we'll still come back to abuse, blame, call out the coach, the players. They deserve every call out. But you see those ones in the dressing room, those ones in the offices. Last WAFCON, you know, victory or success has a way of covering some cracks. You think all is well. We played poorly last year at the WAFCON, but because we won, I remember Ajibade said football is one in two faces, on and off the field, but they will do their best on the field. But they won. We celebrated everything. We forgot that this girl did not play for 6 to 7 months before that match. I see her sister cheating during FIFA windows. All of them are flexing. Match in the last 4 or 5 years, the only times the Falcons play games are either tournaments or qualifiers. Every FIFA window that are not qualifiers, they chill, they flex. Then they came out and tell us countries don't want to play Nigeria. What kind of silly statement is that? If nobody's playing, set up NWFL All-Stars. Set up Sportville All-Stars. Just play. If not, no matter how good they are. Remember this phrase, if you bring 11 loggerheads together, if they play against the best team that are not prepared, they will always win.
Yes, interesting one. Joy, let's look at the Falcons' readiness for this tournament. We can talk about the players not giving their all, but we were here. We talked about how shabby the preparation were, and where we replace this and the NFF's position as far as the Falcons' failure is concerned.
Matthew, on this show, we always say it exactly the way it is, and we cannot pretend anymore. We have hidden under the shadow of past glory. But this time, the Super Falcons are victim of a failed system, failed administrators. We had poor preparation prior to this tournament, and we knew how important this tournament was. It was not just only to defend a title, but also a World Cup qualifiers. We played just one game, and that game happened in Abeokuta. When the girls got to Morocco, we only played one game against Tanzania. It was a scrappy win against Tanzania, 2-1. But during the game, we saw how we underestimated maybe the power of Malawians. They dealt with us. And I will need to call out the goalkeeper. Nnadozie has been a fantastic goalkeeper for us for a very long time. But at this tournament, she cost us the World Cup ticket. She did. Because how can you tell me you set up a wall? Everybody was well positioned, but you poorly positioned yourself. You stood right behind the wall. You couldn't see. Visibility is key at this point. We've had so much anxiety watching these girls play at this tournament. And you could see there was no synergy, there was no connection. We're doing trial and error during the competition. We didn't have enough time to prepare this girl to play. Positioning is key. And when you do not take your chances, it comes back to haunt you. We have seen how goalkeepers have kept their teams. Even at the World Cup, we saw how goalkeepers have improved at this tournament. Look at what Makeli did for her team. She took Cameroon to the finals. Now Cameroon did not qualify on automatic ticket. Let me say the playoffs route.
Yes.
Was it playoffs? No, they didn't play the WAFCON qualifiers.
Yes.
They were only brought in
they were invited
because of their FIFA ranking.
Yes.
Now they are in the final.
They had a white card.
So tell me, preparation We don't even know the system. We don't even know. I think we did not even understand the magnitude of these tournaments we played. This was even far more important than
the one we won.
Title we won. And let's come back to Supporters Club. We always talk about the 12th man on the field. When the Super Eagles are playing or going for any tournament, including friendlies, you have fractions of Supporters Club flooding in to support. But these girls were playing a very crucial tournament. No one session of the Supporters Club could make it to Morocco to support this girl. Journalists doubled 2 jobs last WAFCON. We were Supporters Club at the same time as journalists. And the girls felt the impact. That is how much importance he saw the roles we played at that WAFCON. It's sad, but we have to, on this show, we do not mix words. We say it exactly the way it is.
Interesting. Tony Ubani, the NFF president, Ibrahim Gusau, is reaching out. He's trying to mend fences. Let's work together. Let's move this forward.
Matthew, there is one thing that is constant, and that is change. You know, we all know that change is constant. And indeed, in football, you know, there are written and unwritten rules. As in when a team wins, I think the coach takes the plaudits. And of course, when that team loses, the coach and of course, those in charge of that team should equally, you know, rise up. It's only in Nigeria here, you know, that we're still debating whether Gusau should go. I was expecting that by today or tomorrow, maybe I'll be reading a press statement that Gusau has stepped down honorably. And I think that is a perfect thing that will dignify him. That is the perfect thing that will bring sanity to our football when you know that you have tried and of course your best is not good enough. Instead of being dragged, you know, letting people begin to call you, telling you what to do. Segun Odegbami is a legend, and of course all of us know what that man has done for this country. He has taken it upon himself. He's just the lone voice. He has been in the vanguard of calling for sanity to prevail in Nigerian football. We have gotten ourselves to this just because of Paddy arrangement. He's my brother. He's from the north. He's from the east. He's from the south. He's from the west. That is why Nigerian football has not gotten to where it should be. Football, female football, we all knew that Nigeria started female football. And indeed, Nigeria reached. That's why you could see, you know, that the Falcons have, they are 10-star generals. Yes. And of course, 10-star generals could not do anything, could not even carry a gun, not to talk of fire. And Matthew, it is really very sad. And I think that Bolu has touched about the status. And of course, we all know that that is one thing that has been holding Nigerian football. And of course, the changes that we expect, you know, to the juggler. We have to make changes. And I am calling President Bola Ahmed Tinubu using this opportunity for him to come out and save Nigerian football. I know that people will be using FIFA, you know, just as a defense mechanism. FIFA itself is, you know, they are on fire.
Yes.
You know, they are on fire. They have their own problems. Everybody have their own problem. The only thing that gives us joy in this country is football. And of course, if there is any national team that has done better than any other nation, it is the Super Falcons. It becomes worrisome that the team that we're so proud of, you know, that incompetence has crept into that team.
At the other side,